Thank you for calling the Franchise Tax Board. Your call may be recorded to assure quality service is provided.
Thank you, sir. How can I help you today?
I'd like to get these accounts zeroed out and my clients left alone. I don't believe that there's any evidence to show that the Constitution and codes apply to my clients and that that there's any jurisdiction to even be sending him these notices.
The final notice, sir?
The final notice or the notice, the lien that's on there, any of it, because there's also a lien on it for those same years.
Did he file 2010 and 2009 returns?
I don't know if that's even relevant. But what I'm getting at, and are you able to tell me if there's any facts to show that the Constitution and codes are applicable and that there's jurisdiction over my client?
Sir, that final notice states that we can go into collection actions. The Revenue and Taxation Code is on that final notice.
Yeah, I understand that. My question is, do you have any evidence that your code applies to my client at all?
It does because we don't have 2010 and 9 returns on file, sir.
Let me write that down. It does. So your code applies because he didn't file a return?
Exactly.
You're telling me the code applies. The facts that the code applies is the fact that is because my client did not file a return?
Are you referring to the collection actions on the account, sir?
I have to write this down. It does because he didn't file.
Right.
That's almost one of the most ridiculous statements I've ever heard. I'm asking you for the facts that the Constitution or your code applies to my client, and you're telling me that because he didn't file a return, the code applies?
What code you're referring to, sir? I asked, are you referring to the Revenue and Taxation Code regarding collection actions on the final notice? If you're referring to that, then yes. It's because we do not have a 2009 return on file.
That's the only facts that you have that your code applies is that he did not file a return.
What code are you referring to, sir?
The code that you're talking about. You're saying our code, the Revenue and Taxation Code.
The Government Code Section 7171 that's on the final notice.
Okay, and I'm asking you, what facts do you have that the code applies to my client at all?
What facts do we have?
Yes.
Sir, your client has a balance with the Franchise Tax Board.
Let me ask you again. What facts do you have that your little code applies to my client at all?
Because your client has a balance with the Franchise Tax Board. Do you have a notice telling you why they have to pay this balance?
I am asking you what facts, though, that you have that the code applies to him at all.
We're going to end up going around in circles here.
You either have the facts or you don't. If you keep going back to the code, we call that a logical fallacy. It's called circular argument or circular logic. It's nonsensical. If I'm asking you for the facts that the code is applicable and all you can give me is the code, you're not giving me any facts.
I'm telling you, sir, that your client has a balance for not filing a return.
No, I understand that. I got that. I can hear you and I can understand English. The problem that we're having is I'm asking you a simple question. What facts do you have that your code applies to my client at all?
Sir, I don't know what you're trying to get to.
Okay, that's fine. Let me write that down. I don't know. I don't know. You don't understand because there are no facts, and that's what I'm getting to.
I don't understand because you keep saying I don't have any facts. So what I'm trying to tell you is that your client has a balance.
I get that.
You both understand your client has a balance.
No. I understand that that's the accusation. That's your prevailing opinion that's on this letter. But I'm asking you, because you kept on going to the code that's on this form, and I'm asking you.
You want me to recite tax law?
No. What I'm at.